Shalom, back at you with another lesson. And excuse the noise in the back. It's just Satan. This nigga's just running his mouth on the dispatch. Shut the hell up, man. But yeah, man. Hey, Shalom. Greetings to the hopeful elect. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wikha Kodash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, as well as the elder bishops. And greetings to the hopeful elect again. All right. The chosen, the few, out of, the genealogy seed line of a man named Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob cometh the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the Israelites. All right, the sons and daughters of the Most High, the sons of the Most High, and which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as the Israelite foreigner Gentiles that might look like the heathen. All right, we're in the time of the elect being gathered. All right, through the fire. And the rest of the people being consumed through that same fire. But let's get this video started right away. Before that, so you know where I'm going with it, let me get this precept, the preceasy real quick, the precept. All right, because when we say we are the prophets, I say it with a badge of honor, yes, but it's not what you think. It's not this glorious man worshiping thing that you get praise from men and you get bundles of money and you get recognition, you get TV time and noticed by women. No. All right, when you have understanding what a prophet really is, one that cries out beforehand, that's what the word means. The seers. All right, the voice of the Lord. Okay, it's a very thankless job. It's not a meaningless job. It's a straight job, meaning difficult. And pretty much you have to lay your life down on the line. You have to make your body a living sacrifice, as it says in the book of the Romans. I think it's 12:1. Because we are the mouth of the voice of the Lord. All right, and the world does not like what the Most High is and what he stands for in his son. As the scriptures say, they have not hated you, okay, first, but they have hated me. So we're mortals. We're not gods anymore like we used to be in the ancient world. Okay, but we're headed back to that. We're going to be rewarded that godship if we endure unto the end. So this is what we're fighting for. So we're risking our lives to tell the truth. All right. This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets of old have been before me and before thee of old. Salakia. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. All right. Now, kingdoms is dealing with empires that come up and come into power and then fall out of power. Okay, nations, different nationalities of people. War, the word war just means to go against. Right now, there's financial wars, there's spiritual wars, there's information wars, there's people are sick, people's immune systems jack up. That's war. Evil means bad times. You see, so the prophets, this is what we've come to warn you about. Okay? Now I'm gonna play this video, and I didn't watch it all the way through because I wanted to leave something, for me to watch as well, go along with you. So I didn't prepare this. It's just get started on this video because this is a video dealing with the end of the world, as we per se, or whatever, the end of all things. The end hath come, and it's dead on. The only thing that is not pretty much wrought about in this video is from the spiritual aspect. So here we are. The prophets are here to narrate that side for you, because there's going to be an elect that is going to be saved, and the rest were blinded. Okay, Romans the 11th chapter. All right. As a matter of fact, Where is it at? How do I forget that? 1 second. Let's start with this first. And then we're gonna play the video. Okay. Okay, I was about to put in Zephaniah. Okay, Zechariah. Good, I went straight through it. Zechariah 13 and 8. And we're gonna start with this scripture and then open up the video, because people can't wrap their mind around the severity of what's coming. The scriptures speak about the said perils, how the love of many shall wax cold because the days are evil. Bad times are here, and people are still asleep via the bread and circus, via the lies that the rulers of this world are telling them. And who's ruling the world? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, the Edomites of the Bible, the people that the Most High created to play the role as the devil. All right, the spiritual demon's physical counterpart, to deceive the nations, as it says in Revelations 20. Okay, what's going on, bro? Oh, 13. I thought I went there. Okay, this is Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. See, 2/3 represents 2/3 of the Lord's own people. That's why the scriptures say judgment starteth at my house first. Okay, so what end is it for everyone else then? Amos the 3rd chapter. Hear ye, O Israel, of all the families of the earth, only have I known you, so I will punish you for your iniquities. Parent-child relationship. You Jakes, man, you have to get this ultimate discipline, man. All right, and where does that leave the rest of the nations? Okay, no hope, no faith, no chance at salvation. That's where it leaves them. All right, when you get the understanding in the scriptures. All right, now you're gonna have Israelites that are scattered among these nations that look like these nations, but still go back to that man named Jacob, who had 12 sons, whose name was changed to Israel, a great man of the Lord. So again, and it shall come to pass that in the land, okay, Babylon the Great, this is the land of the north, America. And not just here, it's going to be a worldwide thing. Say the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's 66%. But 1/3 shall be left therein, and that's the elect. All right, starting with the 144,000. The Lord gave a parable about those men going out to the highways and hedges, the chief places of concourse, the street corners in these cities, and teaching and bidding our people to the marriage and prophesying against the nations. Okay? And in that same chapter in Luke, it speaks about those Israelites that didn't have on their garments. All right? So you could know you're Israelite, but if you're not, okay, faith is dead without works. If you don't have the truth on as a buckler and a shield, okay, and you don't endure with that to the end, okay, the name of the Lord is Yahweh, his son's name is Yahweh Shai, okay, rehearse the righteous acts, best of our ability, then guess what? You ain't gonna make it. So that 1/3 is the elect that's gonna be saved, 1/3. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, see? And will refine them as silver is refined. When you refine silver, it becomes like a mirror. You can see yourself in it. Well, Yahweh Shai is refining us through the furnace of adversities, okay? Having to strive through perfection lawfully. We can't just do any and anything. We have to filter things through the scriptures as we strive for perfection unto the end, endure unto the end. So ultimately, we're going to be able to see ourselves. Yahweh Shai is going to be able to see himself, okay, and see us in him, being one. Like silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. So these judgments, these troubles are for the world, are for 2/3 in the world. Okay? Let's play the video. But the map works, so bear with me.
Day 4. Power's been out since Monday morning. You're at your kitchen window, watching 12 strangers walk slowly down your street. They're not running. They're not panicking. They're scanning. House by house, yard by yard, looking for signs of life, signs of food, signs of weakness.
Second edge is 15.
One of them points at your neighbor's generator. The sound carries 2 blocks in dead silence. You watch them change direction, moving toward the noise, toward the fuel, toward the supplies someone was stupid enough to advertise. That generator is a 3,500 watt beacon screaming, "Come take my stuff," to anyone within a quarter mile. Your neighbor thought he was prepared. He was, for a power outage, not for what comes after. In 60 seconds, 12 strangers will be at his door. He has a shotgun. They have numbers. The math is simple. The math is brutal. The math is about to become his reality. Here's what nobody tells you about collapse. The disaster itself won't kill you. The hurricane passes. The earthquake stops shaking. The grid goes down and stays down. That's not the threat. The threat is what forms in the vacuum. Within 72 hours of infrastructure failure, human behavior reorganizes in...
And see, you people out there who, you know, you want to find, you know, everything got to be deep to you out of the scriptures, and you got to find some fucking unicorn floating down from the sky. You know, you can't just adhere to the doctrine and the word of the Lord, right? You got to tap into these fake books, Jubilees, all this different stuff, the Book of Enoch. You know, you understand how, you know, the Lord is not going to show you people anything but the sign of Jonah. All right. You know, scriptures say that the people, you know, they require a sign. Israel requires a sign. He said there should be no sign shown but that of Jonah. And what was Jonah set up to do? To prophesy to repentance or else be destroyed. Okay. And that's what you see. All right. You want to see some fucking, you want to hear some crazy stories, some fairies and some mermaids, and you can't hear it, and you just implement these fables into the scriptures. But in all honesty, this ain't enough for you. This is gonna directly affect you people. All right. Being PC about it, but shit, you people are getting ready to check out, man. Go back to the spirit realm. You don't think this is deep enough? You don't think this is direct enough? You want to skip prophecy, right? Skip prophecy. Let's play some more of it.
2 predictable patterns. I call this the golden horde problem. Not because everyone becomes a raider, because desperation follows physics. And physics doesn't negotiate.
And see, predictive programming have got you people out here. And that's a military grade PSYOP tactic, right? That the government uses. See, the government wrote the Bible. The white man wrote the Bible. You see everything that's happening? Yeah, so they can control us. And see, they already wrote it. That's how they're able to do this. No. That's what it's for. Predictive programming.
Okay, phone fix, release
all right.
protection on that.
And it does several things, not just that.
Release protection.
Right? Because during the COVID era, you people just knew to throw on a M9 mask, whatever you call that, which that didn't even work. Where'd you get that from? You got that shit from the movies and shit too, you know? Continue to play.
Everything breaks. The question is, what breaks first? Today I'm going to walk you through...
The first thing that breaks is your goddamn mind. Okay? The first thing that's gonna go is your goddamn mind. Okay? That's gonna be one of the first things that you really want to preserve, is your mind. Okay? Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability. Jeremiah. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm thinking it's in Jeremiah. All right. Okay. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What does this mean? Okay, when you really go into wisdom, when you read the scriptures, wisdom is also known as Sophia wisdom, which is likened parabolically, you know, as a woman, because men are commanded to leave their father and mother's house at a certain age as they become men and join, okay, be married unto a woman. All right, so you're supposed to join yourself with wisdom before any woman. Look at the account, before any physical woman. Look at the account of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, how they had to become men first, become responsible first. Then the woman was sought out for them, the physical woman. You see?
Go another 10.
So wisdom and knowledge should be the stability at times. Really, you could say that's the spirit of the Lord. The spirit of the Lord. Because, you know, you say that, people think, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go to the library. I need some new glasses. I'm going to the library, and then I'm going to read 10 books. And then, yeah, I'm wise now. No. It's the whole embodiment of the roll, the entirety of the spirit, which will have you eat the whole roll. You'll take the bitter and the sweet of the scriptures. This is a life change thing. Become a new creature. It's not something you just pop up one day and say, I'm down because I'm scared or whatever. You know, really it's the spirit of the Lord, and that's up to the Lord. The spirit of the Lord is a gift. So the gift of the Lord, his spirit, his might, his strength, he's going to give us a piece of himself. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Yeah, because we want to be saved throughout all this madness, man. Where the Lord said it's going to be the strength of salvation. Because this is judgment to the wicked, all right, and a trial test to the chosen or the elect, right? You got all these chosen one communities on social media. Well, what are you being chosen to do? We just read it, how even the elect, the third, is going to be brought through the fire. So you ain't going to skip around the fire, okay? You're going to go through the fire, and that's going to determine who's going to be accepted, who's going to make it out, you know? The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. And then we have the resurrection, right? For those of us who have to be beheaded for this testimony, you know, which is fairly a more merciful form of, you know, persecution. But even in that, the Lord said he's going to have mercy on us. He's going to give us the spirit to go through that. Even possibly turn our pain receptors off. So you're going to wake up literally with your new body headed into the kingdom, literally. All right, so because the scriptures say 1,000 years to us is just a day to the Most High, because he's not bound by time. So imagine if you died today and you came back 2-3 years from now, which we ain't even got that much time here. That'll be like you taking a nap and you didn't even know you took a nap. You just woke up like, damn, I fell asleep. Okay, so let's play the video. Let's get back to it. These niggas would want to just talk and fucking talk. Goodness gracious, nigga.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
The askers have either found food or joined the takers. This isn't speculation. This is what happened in New Orleans, in Puerto Rico, in Venezuela. Same pattern every time. Everything breaks. The question is, what breaks first? Now, the 9.
And see, this is going to be a time like never before. So yeah, those times happen. But the Lord's Spirit is going to be in these times to really judge. His Spirit was always in these times, right? Always in, you know, those things the dude just named, New Orleans. All right, shall there be any evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? Question mark. Right? But we are at the end. The Lord said that he's going to destroy Babylon the Great, aka America, in an hour. And that's dealing with the nukes and what you ignorantly would call a UFO invasion, which is going to be the Lord and the angels. All right? And really it don't take an hour, but the Lord said it's going to be an hour. Could be instant. All right, but there's several things that's going to take place. So the fact that we're so close to the end is why this is going to be greater than any time of evil before, okay? Even to cannibalism, because that's happened many times in history. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. See, we're gonna give you the bitter, but we're also going to give you the bittersweet, because for the elect there's a bittersweet. For you people there's just a bitter, because you fear not the Lord. All right, you hate the truth. We can get to the bottom of it, right? You're a bunch of idolaters, man. So the Archangel Michael was going to stand up for who? The great prince which standeth up for the children of thy people. That's going to be a great work to see And we are all skeptical to see how this is going to play out, okay? Because this has never happened before. That's how serious it's going to get. And as it says in the book of Chronicles, the eyes of the Lord go to and forth throughout the earth to shew himself strong for those that fear him. What are the eyes of the Lord? His angels. What you people are calling the Greys, the reptilian, the demons, and the UAP. That's bullshit, bro. That's all governmental psyop gumbo garbage, man. To hide the truth. All right? Because these people know what's going on, and that's why they have their bunkers. It says, which standeth for the children of thy people, that 1/3 that we read about in Zechariah 13 and 8 and 9. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even to the same time. So this is going to be the worst time the earth has ever seen, and it's well overdue, because now wickedness is to the point where there's no explanation. There is no going back. There is no, I mean, look at Jake. Look at you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Look at you Edomites. Everything's coming out. We're at the end. Okay? Cannibalism is coming out. The trafficking rings, the sacrificial rings, all the shit in Hollywood. You niggas, the black woman, Eve. I mean, it's to the point, you speak some logic, you speak some reason, you show it, it don't even matter. You people just hell-bent on just being evil. Okay? So the Lord said, I've created the day, the wicked for the day of evil. You want to be evil? Well, the Lord always got something and someone bigger and badder than you. Now the world is getting ready to see that your wickedness, your evil, okay, cannot be matched with the evil that the Lord can bring upon you, since you love to spill blood, since you love to shed blood, since you love wickedness, since you love degeneracy, since you love, you know, what you think is this free for all, you do what you want. Okay, well, all of those same devices are going to come and overtake you. You want to be loosed and harlot, you don't need no man, well, it's going to be lawless in the streets, and you're going to be able to deal with any man. You're just not going to be able to regulate who you deal with. It's just going to be, niggas going to be taking it. That's just an example. That's how bad it's going to get. And there shall be a time of trouble. The Lord is going to destroy all these systems in place that still allows you people to go home and eat and be protected, you know. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was seen since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered. See, that 1/3 again. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. Yeah, the book of life, because this was already set up from the beginning to happen, to go down the way it's going to go down. And see, the Lord has set up a cruel Lord over you people. Isaiah the 19th chapter. Who is that Lord? The same wicked that is spoken of in Malachi the 1st chapter, the Edomites, the so-called white man, the nation of the wicked, right? Because yes, you have wicked people in all nations, but the Edomites were created to be a race of people, you know, that will bear the sword. Their blessing is destruction, the sword, lies, deception, robbery, you know. And the Lord is going to make you people believers, because you've been deceived. And that's again, the Lord set this man up to deceive you. Scriptures speak about that. That's actually what the word devil means. Deceiver, a false accuser. All right? So you're going to get to know the Lord through his judgments, thus said the scriptures. Right? Because right now where you people's minds is at is being white is tight. You got an image in your head, white angels, God being white, everybody. You know, God is just this nice fellow chuckling with a glass of milk and some, you know, cookies. You know, he almost got taken out by Satan. So he's in the heavens just looking down upon the good, but the bad stuff, he don't have no, you know, he can't do nothing with that. Satan is running amok. You know, that's you people's, that's all, you know, fables, man. Mythology. So the Lord's going to bring it to you, the scourges, to disannul those covenants that you have made with lies, the refuge of lies and with death.
Here we go.
Where's that? Isaiah 29 or 28? Right?
One.
Now, the 9 patterns. I'm going to show you who's coming and why. Not to scare you, to to prepare you.
These niggas got
Because each pattern has a weakness. Each weakness has a counter. But here's what nobody wants to tell you. The real problem isn't the Raiders. The real problem is Pattern 9. Pattern 1, the desperate provider. Day 5, a man knocks on your door. He's not armed. He's not threatening. He's holding a child. He's asking for water. Just water. His daughter hasn't had anything to drink since yesterday. He's not a bad person. 2 weeks ago, he was an accountant. He coached Little League. He paid his taxes. Now he's standing at your door with a dehydrated 6-year-old, and he will do whatever it takes to save her. This is the most dangerous pattern because it doesn't look dangerous. It looks human. It looks like something you would do. And that's exactly why it works. The desperate provider isn't running a con. He's genuinely desperate. But desperation has physics too.
We transition from
Today he's asking. Tomorrow he's bargaining. Day after tomorrow, when his daughter's kidneys start failing, he's taking.
And see, we tell you that these Hollywood directors, they all read the Bible to get ideas for their movies. So through predictive programming, you people look at the movie not understanding the Bible and say, well, they showed us that in the movie. I mean, just got to focus on the positive. The love of Jesus Christ. You know, no, nigga, no. See, right now, you people ain't got time for the Lord, man. Because I be thinking like, damn, Jake could actually get it. But Jake won't take the time. Jake too busy trying to make money. Jake ain't got no time. Jake got time for the woman, got time to eat, got time to go to college, get a trade. Don't nobody have time to actually do the research. All right, who are the Edomites? You know, you supposed to, everything we bring out, you supposed to get it for yourself. You know? No, Jake ain't got time. And they just run with whatever they hear. Oh, Greys? Reptilians? Oh, yeah, that sounds, okay, yeah. That sounds better than what they talking about. Okay, this is 2 Esdras 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord. Let's start at 4. Let's start at, yeah. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues. These are plagues, man. Upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right? The family unit is done. Okay? Over here in the Western world. Even in all these other countries back east that are in league with America. Like, I think it's China. They're having a big problem with women. They have something called throwaway women. Look that up. Okay? South Korea. Terrible, man. You know? Many other countries. All right? Wherever this so-called white man, the devil goes, he brings his doctrine with him. He brings his spirit with him. Right? So the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You ain't got to believe. Okay? You're just going to die. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. The damage is done. Eve, so-called black woman. All right? Now everybody want to sit on a panel and try to come to, you know, some type of reasoning. It's already destroyed. The so-called black family, because we are the Israelites. Okay, the so-called black family is particularly of the tribes of the southern kingdom, Judah, Levi, Benjamin. And it was all prophesied that the curses will fall upon the Israelites in the last days, to the point where they wouldn't even remember themselves, and their enemies would take their land, part the land, and steal their nationality. That's okay. So the Lord will have to first sprinkle us with his spirit to wake us up spiritually, and then come back and physically, you know, deliver us and liberate us from all this wickedness, these plagues, man, these curses. That's the entirety of the scriptures right there. All right. So the damage is done. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely committed. Outside of the temple, profane, meaning outside of what the Lord prescribed. Neither will I suffer them in those things. So the Lord is about to put an end to all this shit. You ain't gonna be able to be an asshole, a narcissist, a perp. You know, they got this thing where they call, motherfucker always watching you. Arrogant, proud, rich, idolatry, feminist. You ain't gonna be able to do that when you fighting for your life, man. Because there's gonna be many people that's gonna be taken in great numbers back to the spirit realm in another part of the prophecy, right? In which they do wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me. Hey, this is a form of crying out. All right, to prophesy means to cry out ahead of time. All right, we crying out for what we see coming. And it should be a warning to our people to find a safe haven within the body of Hamashiach in the name of the Lord. And the souls of the just complain continually, yeah. All right, that's why the Lord said, comfort one another with these words. If you love me. Love is the keeping of the commandments. Shit, these bitches will tell you they love you and be gone in the next 2 months. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. See, the Lord is getting ready to avenge us. Okay? And I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Because this is not talking about literal Egypt. It's talking about, Egypt 2.0, Revelations 11 and 8. Spiritual Egypt, which is America. And will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, because Egypt is also known for oppression and bondage, slavery. And that's what we are over here. All of you people, you're going to find out the hard way. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. And all of these systems that, your world elites are gunning for right now. You shall own nothing and be happy. Is as the plague of a caterpillar eating up everything, bro. All of these systems, these oligarchs, these billionaires, putting into place a system where only the elite rich can prosper and everybody else is poor and die off. And that's why they're finna bring out this MOTB system. So the foundations of this place is smitten with the plague. All right, that Yahweh, the Most High, shall bring upon it. See, that they shall till the ground, and they that till the ground shall mourn. Go look up the news on what's been going on with farmers. For their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Yeah, this new world order. These oligarchs are going to take everything to themselves and feed you people lab-made shit, which is cancerous. For there should be sedition among men. What you think the video is talking about? Invading one another, see? And we're getting ready to play more of it, of this video. Go deeper into it. Invading one another. Yeah, because they're not going to have resources. They're going to be going door to door. Okay? Some people are going to know about other people that have been hoarding and prepping. What you think they're going to do? They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So 911 is what's been upkeeping you people in your wickedness.
Amtrak 176.
Because the police are not here to justify good and evil. Okay, they're here to protect the investments of the elite, the corporations, right? And the corporation of America, they have to do something with all you people, okay? Because they're closing this place out of business. They're redirecting the way it is, redirecting everything. So you're gonna need to take the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is a whole nother fucking. Think you catching hell now. All right. So, right now people respect the police. The police are not equipped to deal with thousands and hundreds of thousands of people all at once. The military is equipped for that. So that's what's going to be. You keep hearing about this Insurrection Act. Ultimately, problem, reaction, solution, Hegelian dialectic. Your leaders want. They want things to pop off. They want you to stop going to work. They want everybody to rebel, stop going to work, stop paying bills, stop doing everything. All right. So violence can uptick because it's going to be a crash effect, man. And this video is helping you piece that together. You people are like children. You're delusional. And the Lord has chosen that delusion because you accept not the love of the truth. So all of this confusion, all right, is going to be to your destruction, as the scriptures say, right? So the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. If you get groups of marauders going around killing people and eating them, hey, ain't gonna be nobody to save you, because those military, all right, when they do employ the military, are only gonna be there to make sure that you stay within your zone, your 15-minute city, and stuff like that. They're not gonna be dealing with domestic, you know. Matter of fact, it's gonna be like the Hunger Games. The more people die off, the better, because when they do bring in that pseudo salvation, which is the MOTB, mark of the beast, they won't have to chip so many people. Okay, more control. The less, the more. It says, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because you're going to have these, they show you that in these movies, these dystopian movies. Now the military with checkpoints. Okay? And because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See? Because of the pride, hey. This is the time where people, you know, should be listening to what we're saying and humbling down. People still looking to party. They're still looking for the next fun event. All right? Oh, we'll deal with it when it happens. Not understanding, bro, it's closer than what you think. You people, you know, you think that you got all these years by the end of your life, you know what I mean? Or the next generation. And that's a foolish mindset to have anyway, man. What about your children? But no, the Lord said he's going to hasten the day, otherwise there'll be no flesh to be saved. We don't have another 5 years. It says many shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Yeah, whether that's a gun, whether that's a knife, whether that's a flamethrower, whether that's a bomb, nigga, whether it's biological warfare, whatever, bruh. Okay? Going house to house. And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Yeah, food. For great tribulation. You see? So let's play.
72 hours without water, and the body begins to shut down. The brain calculates survival, not morality. A father watching his child die will do things the accountant never would.
That's an unstable mind. All right? That's an unstable mind. See, people are going to be calling on Jesus. Going to be doing all of these different things that you thought would help, and nothing's going to work out. It's going to be as if a man escaped a bear and met a lion, and then, you know, you escaped the lion somehow, and then went and leaned upon the, you know, you went to a house and leaned upon the wall and got bitten by a serpent. That's what scriptures tell you that. It's Jeremiah. So the judgment's going to keep coming. If the first one don't take, it's going to be like Final Destination. And we're not even including the fact that you might break a bone or something. It's over. Gangrene gonna set in, pain, toothaches. You know what I'm saying? You already got an ailment, so you ain't gonna have the medicine or whatever. That shit gonna spiral out of control when you need to be healthy, when you need to be on the move. Okay? You're gonna be a sitting duck. You got an infant. All right? So the only hope is Yahweh Shem Shai, the one who's bringing these plays. That's why we're reading about them.
The danger. You help one, word spreads. By day 6, there's a line at your door. By day 7, the line becomes a crowd. By day 8, the crowd realized.
With Walmart's college fines, you can make the influence real. All this for your 40 followers? Manifest.
Line becomes a crowd. By day 8, the crowd realizes you have more than you're sharing. Mathematics takes over. The counter. You cannot be known as a source. Period. Once you're marked as someone who has resources and shares them, you've painted a target on your house that gets bigger every day the crisis continues. This sounds cold. It is. Survival is cold. I know you don't want to hear this. That's exactly why you need to. Pattern 2, the opportunistic predator. This one you'll recognize from every crime statistic you've ever read. Roughly 4% of any population.
And I want to get this because we're going to have to be pilgrims. And it's more than just being a pilgrim. It starts in the spirit. It starts now. We're pilgrims now. We're not a part of this world. We have fled from the world. We use the world, but not as abuse it. We don't abuse it. Of course, we got to get our daily bread. That's commanded of us. Render unto Caesar what's rendered unto Caesar. But through the Spirit, every day we're navigated through this place. We're just going with the motions of this place. All right? But we're doing what the Lord told us first and foremost. And that's part of being a pilgrim. It's like we're in the wilderness. That's why people look at you like, what the hell are they doing? Or what is he about? People want, inquisition with us. Like, man, they want to look into what we actually, because the Lord has, pulled us out from among men spiritually. So it's going to get better physically, because I personally don't want to be around these people, man. Let's get this, though. 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Why do you think the scriptures speak about weeping and gnashing of teeth? For you Jesus freaks. The beginning of wars, the powers that stand shall be in fear. Because even the powers that be that are going to tip this thing off, according to biblical prophecy, even they're going to be afraid of how out of control it gets. And they're going to have to hide in their bunkers. The scriptures speak about that. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Yeah, from the Lord. Punishments to amend the Lord's wrath, his anger. Like when you get angry. And see, the Lord is going to be a jealous power. So the way you people turned your back on him and on his people and his word that came from his prophets, that makes the Lord jealous. So when this thing goes down, he going to put his elect back in your face. He going to show you certain men and women that are eating, that are drinking, that are merry and happy, look healthy, that are blessed while you starve to death. There's going to be nothing you can do. Scripture say they shall envy thee, but shall be able to do nothing. Man, don't get your weird ass on, man. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers, man. All they do is fucking watch you all fucking day. Goodness gracious, man. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And it's happening now. Homelessness is beyond, bruh. And these people, bro, they don't change nothing. A lot of motherfuckers is happy. They get to get on drugs. They ain't got to worry about nothing once they overcome the fact that they homeless. But let me get to the point. Let me get to the pilgrim. Oh, let me get this, though. 31. Even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. Okay? At 28. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of a field. You see? Which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and the clefts of the rocks. Yeah, them bushes and shit. Hey, shit gonna get crazy. Shit gonna be growing up out the ground. You see how fast shit be growing when they stop cutting grass and shit and spraying all them chemicals on weeds and shit. Alright. 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. It's gonna happen quick. And her ways, because this ain't gonna be for years. This is gonna be a matter of weeks, months. When it finally goes down like this, the Lord is going to speed this thing up. Once that MOTB is pushed and you threaten to take it, otherwise put to death when it gets to that point, here comes the nukes. Here comes the Lord to save us from the nukes. All right. But all of this will be taking place before that. See? 32. The earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. And that's how the elect shit. We're going to be making way. We might find stores of things, because the scriptures speak about that. You preppers, man, you're going to die off. And that stuff going to be left for the elect. Well, let me get to the point. 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. Okay. Man, come on, dog. And who's calling me, man? God, man. One second, man. I hope that don't cut my video off, man. Okay, make you ready to thy battle. So this is a spiritual battle. Okay? We got every weapon we need, the word, which is a double-edged sword. All right. The weapons of our war are spiritual, not carnal, to the pulling down of strongholds. Okay? This is going to be a strangulation, a stronghold on the world, man. Okay? And through the Spirit, we've already pulled down all of these systems. The world is coming down, falling because of the prophets are on the scene. Isaiah the 44th chapter, the Most High, He confirmeth the word of His prophets. The Lord is confirming everything we've been saying. And it's happening faster and faster. So there's power in being a prophet. We have to be confident. And the more serious these things get, the more the Lord is going to enact on, our words, on what we say. Okay? Brothers are going to be manifesting things for the sake of faith upon the little ones. For the sake of your own faith. Okay? For the sake of the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai being He is, man. Alright? And those evils, those bad times, be even as pilgrims upon earth. And a pilgrim, when you look up the definition, is one that is traveling to a holy place. Ultimately, we're waiting on the ships to pull up to beam us up, Scotty. Alright? Because those nukes are going to finish this place off. And then New Jerusalem is going to come down. Then we're going to come down from the ships, being in our new bodies, to possess the earth, to take over the earth and subjugate the nations and bind up these elites, the powers that be, while they hide in their underground bunkers. All right? So the Lord got it all mapped out. Okay? Let's play the rest of this video. I think I've gotten everything. I had to bring the scriptures out because, like I said, I'm on a job. If I have to end this lesson, at least I brought them scriptures out.
Exhibits antisocial personality traits. In a city of 500,000, that's 20,000 people who were held in check by police, cameras, and consequences. Day 3 of Grid Down, those constraints disappear. The cameras are dark. Police are protecting their own families. The courts aren't processing cases. For 96% of the population, collapse is a disaster. For 4%, it's an opportunity. The opportunistic.
See, you want to be on the bandwagon of salvation. The Lord says He gonna choose one or two of every household, and a lot of times it ain't gonna be 2 out of every household. A lot of times it ain't gonna be 1 out of every household. So the Lord said, if you hate not, you come to me and you can't hate your mother, father, brother, sister, even your children, you're not worthy of me. And that don't mean you hate them as far as I hate you and walk away from them. That means that shit. You focused on the Lord. You doing what you're supposed to do. If they're against the Lord and it requires you walking away, you got to do that. Rather save yourself than them. If they want to be destroyed, all those that hate me love death, as the scriptures say. It's just like that. The Lord gave you them children, that family, and they'll come back in their right mind in the kingdom, which is going to be here on the earth. So it's not like you missing out on nothing. Imagine that same family or those same things you have to walk away from. Let's say it's a house. Okay, with a kingdom, this wicked root is removed out the earth. The kingdom is established. Let's say, just hypothetically, you build a house, a mansion now. And you ain't paying for no loan, no bank. Your wife is not bored. She's not threatening you with child support. Your children are in their right mind. Everything is perfect now. So you got everything back 100-fold. You see? That's what the hate is talking about. Anybody that don't want to, be saved, hey, what did J. Cole say? She don't want to be saved. Don't say, So the hate, you can still love your family. You can still be around them. You can still, take care of them. It's just that understand, all right, when they roll this mark of the beast out and your relatives might want to take that chip, you can't take that chip. You're on your pilgrimage. Now, if they roll with you, all praises. If you could convince them that the Lord is with, because your families can be covered. Your family can be covered too. But ultimately, it's up to the Lord, man. And we're going to be tested on the highest level. Our faith is getting ready to be tested on the highest level. So the very thing that you cling to as if you can't let go, that's the thing the Most High might target, man. You see? So you want to be balanced in this thing.
Predator was waiting for this. Not consciously, not with a plan. But somewhere in the back of their brain, they always knew the rules were temporary. Now the rules are gone, and they're free. Recognition signals, they're too calm. Everyone else is panicking, rationing, conserving. They're relaxed. They're watching. They're assessing. They move with purpose when everyone else is frozen with...
That's going to be the pilgrims. And that's the spirit. I didn't even watch this part. I cut a, I didn't even know this was coming. But it's narrating exactly to what I'm narrating in the scriptures. So you need us. You people are going to need us before we need you. So you brothers out there, you been, man, it just seems like, man, look, it don't even matter. The Lord got us covered on all sides. If you feel like you're missing out, you was to die today. Like I said, it'd be like rolling over, taking a nap, and you waking up with that new body. The very thing that we can't wait for. The kingdom, right?
Fear. That confidence isn't strength.
This is the only app that made me money and kept me entertained. The number one sign that you can trust a rewards app
Isn't strength. It's the absence of the internal conflict everyone else is experiencing.
The spirit. In reality, those are going to be the only people that's going to be stable-minded. Because they got a term, fight or flight. You people ain't going to be in no flight spirit or no fight spirit. This is going to be the worst time ever. So you got all these racist folks. Yeah, see, we got these guns. It's going to get busy, but it ain't going to be like Call of Duty, strategic, and then, you people going to be losing your shit. And in a lot of situations, a lot of people going to get taken out because they're going to be in that frozen spirit. As it says in Isaiah the 13th chapter, all men shall be as women with their hands upon their loins, like the old Looney Tune cartoons. Bugs Bunny gets scared and he put his hand over his crotch and his knees start shaking like a woman. That's like he about to piss on himself. That's going to be you people. The scripture said it. The men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Look at how you people are taking it up the ass. You won't even... They've pretty much put everything out there for you. Look, none of this is real. We sacrifice children. We're stealing everything from you, and it's only going to get worse. Continue to eat this bread and circus. And you just go along with it because nobody really wants to address. Nobody, the men don't want to step up. Okay, you were seen as Tyrone. You were seen as the thug. You were seen as a Chad. And all of a sudden, the truth comes out, and you're exposed. You ain't going to do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? You really ain't going to do nothing about it. All right, you have nothing to fight for. Your whole existence has been a lie. You see, what are you fighting for? You don't have the truth. You're in a state of perishing, as it says in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, because you accepted not the love of the truth. We have something to fight for. Shit, we're like little children. The Lord said, be like one of these little ones if you want to make it. Shit, yeah, scary times, but we're like, damn, I want to see the works. I want to see the works of the Lord. The Lord said he was going to revive the work of old. All right, that we wouldn't even believe unless we have seen it. That's what he said.
They don't have the voice saying, this is wrong. They never did. The counter. You cannot reason with someone who lacks the capacity for reciprocity. Do not engage. Do not negotiate. Do not let them know you have anything worth taking. A rock. Be boring. Be empty. Be invisible. Pattern 3. The false authority. Week 2. A truck pulls up to your neighborhood. 3 people in tactical gear. Vests that say FEMA. Clipboards. Official-looking forms. They're conducting a resource assessment. They need to know what supplies each household has so they can coordinate distribution. It's for the community. It's mandatory. They have paperwork. Stop. FEMA doesn't go door to door with clipboards. The National Guard doesn't conduct resource assessments without armed escort and official convoy. Real authority travels in groups of 20, not 3. Real authority has radio communication with a command structure.
The scriptures speak about those troops too. All right, I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna let this video play through. It speaks about many scriptures about these also known as the sword established for correction. All right,
Real authority doesn't ask what you have. they tell you what they're bringing. False authority exploits the relief people feel when someone appears to be in charge. After 2 weeks of chaos, a uniform feels like salvation. That's the trap. The uniform is a costume. The paperwork is a prop. The assessment is a shopping list for what they're coming back to take tomorrow night. Recognition. Ask for radio contact with their command. Ask for their unit designation.
There's going to be men with spiritual power that's going to be able to heal you. You get sick, you get hurt. That's only going to be among the body. All right? That's only going to be among the elect. Then it should be known who my chosen are. 2nd Esdras, I think it's 16 in the 70th something verse. Okay, Isaiah 65. Let me get that and shit real quick.
Ask which facility they're operating out of. Real responders have immediate answers. False authority hesitates, deflects, gets aggressive. That aggression tells you everything. The counter, don't answer the door. If you do answer, give nothing. Claim you've already been assessed. Claim you reported to a different location. Be boring. Be compliant.
And see, it is what it is for us. If we live or die, it is what it is. We know what it is. We know and believe in the resurrection. We can't control. We got to agree with the will of the Lord. We with what the Lord wants. So the scriptures say if you seek to save your life, you're going to lose it. You seek to, if you willfully lay it down, you're going to find it. So, shit, whatever happens to us, that's the mindset we're in. You people, you're not with that. You're with saving your life at all costs. So it's going to make your experience that much more worse. All right, but let's get this. All right, like you got these guys, I don't want to go to war. They're going to do a draft. But then you got some men that just like, man, shit, send me over there. Not even a second thought. That's the warriorism. That's what they just send me over there. Whatever. Fight for my country. Bam. Nigga died. It is what it is. That's better than being the nigga that's scrapping and crying and dragging and, scratching your nails out, gnashing your teeth to go somewhere and you die anyway, man. That's complete torment, bro. This is thus saith the Lord. This is Isaiah 65 and 8. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servant's sake, that I might not destroy them all. See, so yeah, like you find a new wine in a cluster. Like, hey man, hold on, bro, hold on. Let's say that one right there. That's how the Lord gonna be with us, man. Out of all these people, man. Okay. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains. Yeah, and mine elect, see, my chosen shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. So not only the elect of Judah and Jacob, the Israelites are gonna be saved. All right, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, you people, and 2/3 of our people that forget my holy mountain, yeah, the government of the Lord, that prepare a table for that troop. Yeah, the troop, martial law troops, all this destruction to come, you're preparing your table for it, and furnish the drink offering to that number. You're actually drinking to your own destruction. Like if you give, pour out something for the homies, you're gonna be one of the homies that's gonna get something poured out for, if that makes sense. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not. We tell you women to shut up, get in order. Up under the Israelite man, you don't want to do it because you don't see any prosperity in that. Well, guess what? You're going to see it in that day. It's going to be too late. Right now, you delight not. We're not making this up because we need you. Matter of fact, we just want to get out of here. I don't want to deal with you crazy, sick motherfuckers, man. I'm trying to get myself right. But because of the compassion that we have of the Lord, right, we're willing to take a chance on that. We're willing to take a chance. This woman right here, fine as hell. I want her though. I ain't even gonna lie. But let me get to the point. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. See? Imagine that. It's like that, and you niggas is watching, I don't know what we gonna eat. The Lord might have some smoking hot oxtails, bro. Because we ain't gonna be eating no GMO. The Lord is not gonna have you find a hostess Twinkie in a time when you need nourishment, man. We get examples in the scriptures. Our forefathers were prepared hot meals and just appeared to them, you know. So it might be some oxtails with some greens, salad, whatever, bro. It might be some shit that really put you on that we ain't ever ate, like the bread of heaven. And ultimately, the bread of heaven is His word. So hey, that's not far fetched. What you call that? What you call it? That manna in the wilderness. It says, "But ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty." See? You're drinking no GMO, you know. "Behold, my servants shall rejoice, and ye shall be ashamed." What kind of spirit is that to be in? Alright? Behold, that's going to be a spirit you're going to be in. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability. The Lord is going to take off a piece of Himself and live within us in that time. So we have nothing to worry about. "Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart." God dang it. Imagine that. "But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart," of mind, because that's what it is, the mind, "and shall howl for vexation of spirit." You're going to be bugging out. Ah! You know, we're going to be laughing at you. That's in the scriptures. See? So let's play this through.
Be useless. Let them move to an easier target. Everything breaks. The question is, what breaks first? Pattern 4. The organized element.
Alright, and the video will be in the description box. Maybe I'll do a series of these. Hey, but shalom till next time.